Welcome everybody to another Beastman review. Today we are going to be taking a look at the Lightning Collection from Hasbro of Power Rangers. And if you don't recognize this guy right here, well, that is Goldar. He was one of the Power Rangers' main antagonists in the first run of Mighty Morphin and into Zeo. He does have the wings that was once stripped away from him. This figure is probably hands down one of my favorite monsters that they've done. Thing is, I don't really have many of the other monsters. I do have a bunch of the original 90s ones, but there's just something very detailed and just nostalgic about this figure, because I do have the original. I don't have it with me right now, or I'd show you it. Maybe future throwback Thunder Thursday, possibly. You might see that, including another Goldar that you might be kind of shocked to see. But our focus right now is, of course, the Lightning Collection one. I could go off on Goldar for hours and hours, and nonetheless, it would still be an exciting and thrilling conversation. But let's get into the review. So we have Goldar in his beautiful goldness. The nice thing I like about this, the gold plastic they went with. There is gold paint on him as well, and you could definitely see where they've actually done some paint applications on him. Or maybe I'm just seeing things. Is that? Yeah, you can see where the gold plastic ends and where like the different gold comes in. Yeah, really tricks your eye. I can say the cool thing about this figure with the gold plastic they used is it's a whole lot better than what they did with the Legacy Zeo Rangers. And if you're watching this and you own those figures, I feel your pain. I own the blue Zeo, and I really wish they would have done something better. I've heard a lot of terms going by the craft cheese armor for the gold on the Zeo Rangers, that it was the final run that Bandai did. So I'm really glad the gold that they went with these is a whole lot better quality. I love the face. I absolutely love the face. It looks more like they went with Season 2 Goldar over the Super Sentai version from the footage they used for Season 1. You can see this is kind of more of the Americanized version of Goldar's face. I really wish that they would have done like a variant. But what I really love is just that gold, just the gold paint on his chin. Just that piece alone is pretty nifty. So he does have removable wings when he is in the package. The wings do come as a little bit of assembly required. But I love the amount of detail that they put on the figure. You never really seen in the show. You never saw really how his back piece was, or really much of the little thing holding his tail up. You never really saw that in the show. So I really do appreciate that they went full detail with this figure. Articulation, he does have quite a bit because he does have a lot of posability. I mean, you can really get some good arm articulation. He is double jointed in his elbow, so you can get a very wide range of posability. You can do a full 360 at his arm, at his wrist. Why couldn't I say that? Why was that such a hard thing for me to say? I don't know. I really don't know. I don't have an explanation to really give any of you guys why I couldn't think of the word wrist. But lo and behold, it took me a minute for my brain to process. I went to a whole other dimension with that. You can do some, you can do some pretty, decent articulation at his wrist. Hit this right here. That's called a wrist. My brain couldn't understand that for like 6 seconds. And I'm like, oh, okay, that is a wrist. Just look at the detail they used on the hand. It's just immaculate. Look at that. Oh. And again, that is called a wrist. Don't forget it. All right. So more with it. He does have a good ab crunch. He's been really working on his abs all night, all day. And he's on a swivel. So you can do some, if you want he broke his back. How'd he break it? Spinal. If you got that meme, let me know in the comment section below. Does have kind of movable hair. Always kind of was confused what that was growing up. I'm like, okay, it's just hair. He has some sick dreads. Are these dreads, yo? Dread check. Got some really good pulsability in his thigh up to his hip. And his knee is on a double joint. And his ankle is on a swivel. So you can get, good... You can get a good range of motion out of his leg. Oh, it's nice and tight. I don't mind, because at least I know that he's not going to fall over, fall apart. The wings are articulated. So if you want, you could kind of bring them in. I believe the Tengu have almost the same kind of wings. So you can fold them out. Rangers! Power punks! I can't do a very good Goldar. Alright, homie Gabriel from Platinum Toys, if you've ever been down there, he has a literally killer Goldar impression, whatever, you may call it. It's all the same to me, and it's amazing. Speaking of Platinum Toys, if you live in the Salt Lake area, live in the wonderful, everlasting state of Utah, Provo, Utah, go and check out Platinum Toys. Tell them that Nernerdale Beastman sent you. Beautiful, beautiful collection. He has a bunch of vintage figures. He's got some vintage and modern Power Ranger figures, and he's also got a little connection with Power Rangers, so to speak. Accessories. He does come with his iconic sword. I love how screen accurate these figures are. When I do a size comparison, I'll show you a little bit more. Just the handle itself is just... Oh, the hilt. Focus. That looked like the eye from the Sword of Omens for a second. He's not a Thundercat, but he's close enough. I love the detail on the weapons. I'll always love the original 90s figures. But there's just something about these modern ones that just really... They're not the same, but they're good in their own right. I love the detail. Again, it's very screen accurate. What I'd like them to do is to do a variant of the Power Rangers, the movie version of Goldar. The armor was completely different. Just the whole costume was completely different. I really liked it. I really do like all the little red bits on him. He's got the nice little green Tomar emeralds. Oops, my little pointer kind of popped off. He's got his Tomar emeralds embedded on and throughout his armor. Right there, right there, right there, right there, right there, and the 3 right there. He has the power of, you know what, let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's got one more. He has the 8th Tomer Emerald that does not exist. How did he get that? But again, I just, that face though, you wake up in the morning and you see that leaning over. Wake up. I wouldn't like Goldar to be my alarm clock. He couldn't hit snooze, because he'd probably just hit you back, and couldn't imagine that feeling very pleasant. Does have some other hands. He does have a balled up fist. That is for his left hand. And he has a right hand that is molded so he can hold the sword in that hand. I prefer it in this hand because it kind of contradicts how the Red Ranger I have holds his sword. I usually have him holding it in his opposite. So we're going to do a size comparison. We're going to bring out the greatest Red Ranger of all time next to Z05. Here we have Jason, the Red Power Ranger, next to Goldar, and you can see how they stand next to each other. And Goldar's just like a smidge. His face is just a little bit higher than his head, but then he also has the crest that kind of raises him up a bit more. But I mean, they really do. Kia! Got him in a good punching pose. Oh no. So as you can see, it's okay. Jason's alright. He got teleported back to the command center. It's Taco Tuesday over there. So again, this figure, I love it. And he does have an accessory also to go with that. And his wing can pop up. See, as you can see, they're on a type of... It's a very odd mushroom peg. But it plugs into right there. It pops out sometimes if you kind of move the wing around too much. Which, I mean, if it's sitting on your shelf, you're doing your figure stuff for your Instagram and you want to get some cool poses, I mean, it'll happen. Ish happens. You know what I mean? So there you go. There is Goldar in all of his gold magnificence. If you like this video, please consider liking it. Let me know. I really enjoy the feedback from my viewers. Whether you're subscribed or you're not, it really helps me out a lot. You know, so I can keep on doing this. I mean, it doesn't really full on like affect it in such a big, way, so to speak. If there even is a way to put that into understandable words. But you get what I mean. I like hearing from the viewers. Again, if you're not subscribed, consider subscribing. Hit the notification bell so you're notified for any future videos that may come up, which recently I have been putting out a lot more because I've been more active on my YouTube channel. I've been doing more videos. I've been doing a lot more with my Instagram also. And if you aren't following me on there, it's at the Mighty Beast Man, and that is the, properly spelt with an E, not with an A like my old one was. And also on Twitter, I've been very active on there as of late, and that is also at the Mighty Beast Man. Tomorrow, there's going to be a video update. It'll probably come out around, my time here in the great state of Utah, around noon. And then Thursday is going to be the new episode 4 of Throwback Thunder Thursday. And I'm sure you'll all enjoy it greatly. If you haven't seen the last 3 episodes, check out the playlist. It is titled, of course, Throwback Thunder Thursday. Episode 1 was the 2006 Classics Jetfire. Episode 2 was a showcase of my old school Pokemon cards. And episode 3 was my 1979 Boba Fett. So if those perk your interest, please consider taking a gander at those. So, thanks for watching, and remember, may the power protect you, and may Goldar, leave you be. Just let's hope he just kind of lets you slide this time. Because if you catch Goldar in a cold dark night, I mean, yikes. Thanks for watching. Till next time.